Let's make sure you can see what we're doing. You can see the coffee. You can see where we're working. We're going widescreen today rather than horizontal, although the vertical ones are performing way better because that's what Google or YouTube, Google, same thing. That's what they want at the minute. Right, welcome back to Robertson Co. Welcome back to London. Again, I don't want to start the live stream moaning, but it's absolutely freezing here in London. And we can't afford heating. Times are tough. Coffee on the go. Right, we're going to make a 22 karat gold. Yes, times are tough. Not for us, not for our, obviously not for our customers, because they want a 22 karat gold ring. 22 karat gold, 1mm halo band ring we're making today. I'll show you the 22 karat gold. Let's get the YouTube copyright free music on. Yeah, it's not supposed to be, it's the end of February. I don't know when you're watching. If you're watching this live, it's the end of February, pretty much a day or two. If you're watching this in the future on playback, it's the end of February, and for some reasons, it's normally starting to warm up a little bit now. Spring should be in the air. It's not. It's freezing. It warmed up a little bit, and then it's got cold again. And we're in like a Dickensian. We're in a Victorian. It's a long story actually. This is a Victorian. This is not actually a Vic. This is a Victorian. This building was built in 1915, but it's a copy of a building built in the 1880s. It was a repro in 1915 of a building in Soho, this dodgy bit of Soho that was built probably in the 1880s. So we're in an old building. It's not as old as it looks. It's a long story. Right. But yeah. Back then, Soho was a slum, you know, Dickensian slum. We're in that bit of London, you know. It's a few miles away, actually, the original building. Ooh, 20 minutes away. Right. Let me give you the close-up of this. But yeah, the key point of that is this building's freezing. As Victorian buildings tend to be without the coal fires going. Right, that's 22 karat gold. You can see it's kind of nice, buttery yellow. Not a popular choice here any longer, currently in the UK. Used to be. If you look at a lot of wedding rings, certainly from probably up until the 30s and 40s, up until the late 1930s, a lot of the wedding bands were quite a nice weight as well, like handmade court or D shape, and they tended to be 22 karat gold. There's still a lot of them out there, but after that, from the 50s onwards, it all went wrong. Yeah, I would say now the lower the carat, the more popular it is, and the higher the carat, well, that is probably a price-based decision as well, because obviously the lower the carat, the less it costs. But yeah, 22 carat, 91.6% gold minimum quality. Not 24 being 999. Right, we're going to make size K, 53 we need. So yeah, it'd be great to make more 22 karat gold stuff, but we will, but it's just not, like I was saying, the lower the carat, the more popular it is at the moment. Times are tough. But a lot of countries, the UK and Australia excluded, don't even recognise 9 carat as gold. Italians might have some 8k going on. Which is probably just a mathematical rounding error. But we didn't traditionally, we had 9 carat, we didn't traditionally have 14 as is popular in the United States of America and elsewhere. But it is, 14 carat is becoming more available. We'll probably do it at some point. Let's round this off. Let's give you a little close up of old blank. Super soft this is. Super soft gold. There we go, there's a ring blank. I'm just going to round that off in a triplet. We'll solder it together and then we'll clean up the solder joint and size it. It's always been, 22 carat has always had a market here in the UK, but primarily amongst Indian, Pakistani and Bangladeshi communities. And that is a cultural and currency thing. I think because the West's currencies have been by, well, in relative terms, more stable. And have had more longevity than some Asian ones, like the rupee, whose instability was probably caused by the West, but that's a different story. But yeah, I just don't think Brits and many other Western nations, the residents haven't really needed to view and don't view metals so much, or to a lesser extent, as interchangeable with currency. I haven't had to. Yeah, throughout most of the time I've, well in fact for the entire time I've been in business, with some brief periods, and it wasn't the case, with all of our Indian suppliers we've transacted in dollars. They'll always have a dollar account because, like I say, stability. There have been periods though where they were like, we're going back to the rupee, guys. But that was a while back. It didn't last long. The dollar went haywire, so I can't even remember what that was. Might have been 9/11. I can't remember. Some financial, maybe it was one of the financial crises. Right, let me give you a look at that. Freshly soldered. We need to clean up the solder joint now. There we go. A little bit of fire scale there, still on there. I might. Shall I pick it out a little bit longer? Maybe. Let's clean up the file. Let's clean up the solder joint. Let's stick it in the pickle for a bit longer. Right, let's just give that a couple more minutes in there. While that's cleaning, I'm just going to line up some of these jump rings, which I was using yesterday, and I'm going to use in a next upcoming live stream for... Actually, I need to line up these as well. I need to line up all of these jump rings. Yeah, it's actually, like I was saying, the 22 karat gold rings, I'd quite like to make them all of our rings in 22 karat. They're just not very popular at the moment because they're prohibitively expensive, basically, I think is the deal there. But for us, all, 9 karat, silver's outsold 9 carats, the only silver's always outsold 9 karat, and then 9 carats always, the lower the barrier to entry cost-wise, the more popular the products have always been. And I don't see that changing significantly. But there's still demand for the higher carat golds, obviously. But yeah, 22 carat for some reason is just has been out of favour probably since the 1930s. But it does make a good looking wedding band. But then finding a matching engagement ring would probably be nigh on impossible unless it was custom made. And it's probably it's quite soft. So you'd have to be pretty careful with it. You'd have to, plus, it's not just that. In wedding bands and gem set rings, it benefits from them being more substantial for, if they're going to be daily wear, you need them quite substantial. Although having said that, you still find a lot of the 1930s, and earlier wedding bands for sale on the internet. But again, there's just not a big market for antique, used wedding bands full stop, whether they're antique or not. which is understandable, I guess. But there is this huge push towards recycled metal, and all the metal we use is recycled. So, which is the responsible sourcing drive that we've got. So, but they're just not, you know, they are freshly made from recycled materials. They're not. So the metal's taken back to its pure form and then reformed into a ring. But it could well have been, you know, this wire could well have been, was, I mean, it could have been, the gold in that could have been many things before. Since it's come out of the ground, it could have been part of a hi-fi, you know, could have been a phone, or an iPhone, could have been someone's tooth, could have been a wedding band or jewellery. To be honest, I think a lot of the gold scraps comes from industry, like phones, electronics, and I think the jewellery industry uses a lot of it. And but I think I did see from percentage terms, and I was quite surprised actually that the jewellery industry is a small player in the overall scrap thing. I think a lot of it is industry, cars and all sorts. Right, let's get this out. It's better. It's a bit cleaner. Right, let's round that off and size it. I'm just going to quickly clean up the solder joint on a satin wheel. Don't take long. Boom, there we go. Right, let's just satinise that joint. Right, there we go. It's pretty clean now. Focus. Right, let's round that off in triplet and get it to its final size, and then it will need hand polishing before it goes anywhere. Rawhide mallet. Do this with a metal hammer, you will end up with a very textured ring. Right, ring stick. Slightly big, which is good because we can, I like to compress them down, it flattens them out, as well as resizing them. If the company was run by accountants, they'd be say the opposite. They just size the things up and use less metal. Right, that is bang on. So I'm actually going to stretch that up a touch and go again because I just want to work harden it a little bit more. It's really soft. Right, there we go. There we have 22 karat yellow gold halo band ring. It's now formed, it's flat, it's ready for polishing, which unfortunately I do not have a camera set up on our polish machine, but one day YouTube is making some updates to the streaming platform, which is updating all the time, so maybe one day we'll be able to get multiple cameras. If not, I have to get the stream deck set up. But yeah, there we go. That is now ready for polishing. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles.